Okay.
Yeah. So
Well,
the other EMI, of course, was our top 5 list, and I went just in case you didn't have like a summer camp, overnight camp kind of experience or anything to call from. I also went go that or sleepover type activities, or mix of both. We'll go the opposite way, and we'll start with Chef Bree, your
oh,
top 5.
so I went to lots of summer camp
Sure.
and had a lot of fun memories. One of them was definitely making bracelets, like doing all the boondoggles and the friendships and the beads and stuff. Like
Crafts and stuff.
we would all just sit around and do that shit for hours. Ridiculous. Um, I liked going out on canoes because we were on a lake, and so we could go out and paddle some canoes. That was a good time.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, Bob or Rebob.
letters, getting letters and writing letters was a good time.
Yeah.
Secret attacks on boy cabins. Like we would get our cabin together and our water balloons and
The inter-cabin wars.
yeah, the inter-cabin wars was always a good time. And then kangaroo court, where it was like goofy court and you got sentenced with your weird crimes of like being too friendly, and so I had to I had to hold hands and sing the Barney I Love You song. I love you, you love me, with marshmallows in my mouth in front of everyone, and then give everybody hugs. Like, so like there was weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some memories.
So there's some weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Writing letters, huh? Hello, mother. Hello, father. Greetings from Camp Marijuana.
Receiving them was fun too. It was kind of like, how in boot camp when you get letters and your RDCs are rude to you in front of everyone about them. In order to get your letters at summer camp, you had to sing a song, and it was usually like a nursery rhyme or whatever in order to get your letter.
A lot of teapots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a federal offense, actually. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd have said that. That's exactly what I would have said. Is that to me?
That's what the kids say now.
You
Except for
mess
now
around
it's
and
email, so it just goes to
well,
the
the UPS, USPS so far up your ass. Mail police.
Yeah.
Well, those are my activities.
Cool. All right. Nurse Adam.
Seeing as how this is Seamen on field, I went full boot camp.
Sweet.
So I went with arts and crafts, and by arts and crafts I mean shining my boots and stenciling my name on every piece of clothing I own.
I think it was called Wear, Care, and Stow.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Holiday routines on Sundays after the arduous week you've had. It was nice. It was really nice to just chill out on a Sunday and do arts and crafts.
Go to church and cry the whole time.
Calisthenics and running. I joined boot camp straight out of high school, and I was cross country and track, so that was super easy for me. Just jumping jacks and running for miles. That was like,
oh yeah,
my
McFarland,
time.
USA.
Here's a good one. The nightly soap parties. This is where you would wake up in the middle of the night, put bars of soap in your sock, and then you would correct the can't get right of boot camp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite memories of
Did you guys actually do that?
No.
Okay. Jesus.
That was
We had liquid soap. We had liquid soap.
we could do the same thing. It's just more like demeaning to get hit in the face with a soggy sock full of soap.
Yeah.
With soft soap.
It
Soggy socks.
but it hurt your insides.
Left no
You
marks,
get
so
more
it was
soft
easier to get away
tissue, more
with.
soft tissue injuries, and your organs would splatter a little bit. You get slapped with baby shampoo. Oh. Ow! I got red marks everywhere.
Bro, concentrate.
And then my last is hiking and singing, and obviously this is when we would march through the tunnel singing "Anchors Away."
Right. Like, it's pretty solid.
Always drink to the foam.
Yeah,
We did.
last night ashore. All right. Horny Teen Joan, your favorite, your top 5 there?
All right. My top 5. I always enjoyed coming into camp and seeing the old flames from years past. Trying to rekindle some of that
Right?
summer love.
Summer loving.
My second favorite things was hitting the nerds in the face with my asshole.
What just happened?
Just got weird.
It's
That
called
classic
Mind Over
old gag
Matter.
was great.
Via
Wait,
the
what?
mind over matter.
matter.
I also, my third favorite thing is seeing my oiled up counselors in crop tops. One of my favorite things.
Yeah.
One of my fondest memories, well, number 4 on my list, I guess this is in no particular order, but it was seeing the shaft of the cook when he was about to expose his entire penis, but got interrupted, and I only saw the top half of his shaft. And then
Shaft is such a
my
weird
my
word.
favorite memory was going on dates with old men.
Experienced.
What is happening right now?
That's,
Hey, and I
that's
tell you
my
what.
top 5 favorite camp memories.
I'm going to say the knee-high black socks stayed on too, just for traction.
You may need some therapy also.
Oh,
Sorry.
A
goodness.
60-year-old man's ass.
Well, we'll go to our activity director. What was your top 5?
Oh man. So, well, actually, you missed the pregame discussion. I was the one that never went to camp. So, going to the movies or pick out movies like this one, honestly. We didn't have Blockbuster until the 90s. I don't know about you, Chris. When you guys actually got a Blockbuster, it was like the gas station or whatever that had movies. So you
Yeah.
pick movies like this one based on the
Okay.
cover art on the box. Video games, the Atari 2600. It's a big one. Fireworks year round, so bottle rocket fights. I don't know if
Fireworks
anybody
year
had
round.
that opportunity.
Bottle rocket.
Yeah, it's a good
Bottle
throwback.
rocket and Roman candle fights.
Roman candles.
Always a good time. And the silly games, as corny teen Joe alluded to, mind over matter, light as a feather, stiff as a board, all that bullshit.
Right.
Yeah, we did that.
And then, you're just going to emulate whatever character from whatever movie you just watched. So with this one, we all got to fight over who was going to be Angela.
Yeah.
As I'm sure you all did. But I'm surprised I haven't heard it. Well, I'll wait till the end. But yeah, that's 5 activities right there.
You're muted, Chris. Brandon.
What was your last one? You're breaking up on mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Was playing and emulating the characters from whatever movie you had watched that night. Like this one, you got to fight over who got to be Angela
Yeah.
all the time.
Like my weenie's the same size as hers. I get to be in.
Still is, to this day.
Yeah.
Press pause right there. I'll show you.
Funny.
It's a good thing about having,
And this is as he's a
you can't get
counselor,
accused of
not as a
studying yourself
as
if
a
you never
kid.
actually saw it.
All right. Counselor Brandon, your top 5?
My top 5. Dang, Adam, that was a great way to think about it. Like I said, I've never been to overnight sleepaway camps. Now, I did go camping with our boys club group, overnight one time, but never. And you putting it as a boot camp, that was brilliant. I like that. 'Cause that was like a big sleepover, and you didn't
Yeah.
mention like whoever was doing laundry, like you had a streak of the week guy.
Oh yeah.
But so I'm going to do the same thing. Adam did something great. This is going to be boot camp as well.
All right.
Well,
that's why I said,
yeah.
Could have been a just sleepover kind of,
Number 5, scary stories. People would tell you that, oh, I'm from Detroit. You're like, oh.
Are you afraid of the dark and blow out the fucking dust?
Number 4, eating s'mores. One of my favorite things to do, which I found out something cool to do is get the Keebler fudge stripe cookies and put a marshmallow in between those and cook it.
Hmm.
And if you got a s'more in boot camp, you're in heaven, No ×2 on the cake, but maybe let me get a s'more, Number 3 is the jerk circle, where you would get the new guy, you got the guy get his ass in a face, but you say, hey, first one who climaxes wins all the money you put in the pot. Everybody puts $5 in, there's 10 of you. First one who climaxes, and you shut the lights off. And then whenever you hear somebody beating it, you turn the lights on. And you see the new guy's the only one doing it. So
Is this real shit? Boys are so mean.
That's why you gotta have those steep bets. $5 a fucking.
That's why you got to put money into it. So people you hear it. The guy's still standing by the light. The guy's still standing by the light. Flips it right back on. You go, oh, look at.
It's better than soggy biscuit, man.
Number 2, capture the flag. That was in this movie.
Yeah.
The funny thing that happened to us,
like they're selling it like it was a new game. I'm like, I don't know, but
yeah, the funny thing that happened to us on our overnight sleeping was a guy named Tommy. We were playing capture the flag. He trips somewhere in the woods and he lands and a stick goes through his cheek. So then we all started singing a song as we were driving him to like a hospital. Tommy got pegged. The guy who wrote that song, he died a couple years back from COVID. But and then number 1, pillow fights and skimpy underwear. I don't know if you guys did that in boot camp, but those big like heavy fucking pillows we had in boot camp, when you hit them, you like hit it, it's solid, but then once it hits you, it just stays on your body and it deflates, and you're like, oh shit, just like when I put my head on it. So pillow fights and skimpy underwear were always fun. You got the feathers flying around. Got your underwear pulled up your crack if it's all guys, that type of thing. That's my top 5. Camp director.
Nice. So mine, I went with a mix, because it definitely felt like there's some classic, sleepover activities that, are just as fun as some of the stuff you get to do at camp. But my list is I have, it's a work up to it. Snacks just in general, that's kind of either way, whether you're at sleepover with your friends, getting all the like fun snacks and everything else for the night, or if you're at camp, you go to the canteen or whatever, the trading post or whatever the situation is, and just having snacks and junk food and stuff is always good times. More so for the sleepover setting, because sometimes camp was Boy Scout camp, so we didn't really have like movie night like that. So it was like movie night rentals that rent like the movies you either might not be able to see like normally because you're with your friends and you're at somebody else's house or whatever, and their parents don't care what you rent, kind of those kind of things, or just seeing some of those different movies you wouldn't normally rent because you're with your lame parents or something. So that kind of stuff was fun. The campfire social, there's always that kind of the one night at camp where you have like the whole camps together, and there might be like skits or stuff like that, and like the big campfire social, whatever you do. It's good times. Canoeing or boating is always fun. If you got the lake, like Sabrina and stuff like that, going out on the lake, the canoes and boating in general, like a rowboat or something with your friends, is fun to go out in the water and dick around like that. And then archery or any shooting sports, because that was again stuff you didn't always get to do at home. So yeah.
You just described every scene where someone was murdered in this movie.
That's also true.
What's wrong with
I mean, there's solid plans.